When the wedding of your dreams is originally quoted and you realize you have to cut something out, what do you cut? Or what did you cut if you already cut it? Do you want to start, Genevieve?
I don't, like, you know, there was a certain in for a penny, in for a pound, so we were, you know, at this location, and if it was going to come down to, I mean, like, we cut liquor from the bar, which I think a lot of people do, things like that, where you could save a little bit. We tried to do a little bit cheaper on the food options, things like that. But at a certain point, it was like, I didn't want to seem cheap either, you know, and you know, if you're going to bring people all the way to this resort or whatever, you know, you don't want to serve like crappy wine, you want to serve decent wine, things like that. So that's why I went over budget. I didn't cut.
I feel like I'm kind of frugal anyway. I was never planning anything over the top or extravagant, so I mean, I feel I'm very low maintenance. So, like I said, the dress was something I couldn't justify paying a ton of money for, so I didn't. I'm not doing. I don't. As of now, I'm not planning on doing like favors or anything. I just, maybe that's weird, but I don't really care because they're getting food and alcohol and they can just be happy with it. But I mean, those are probably the two main things. I'm not bringing in a bunch of like extra stuff. I'm not going too extravagant with like centerpieces or anything. So I'm kind of just keeping it just pretty simple overall.
I've kind of done, I guess, the backwards way. I'm planning as I go, and as I start to, like after we did the venue, I put that in the budget. So it's one of those, after I have that, I put it into a total, and so if I'm getting closer to my end goal, then I just start to not put anything in. I didn't really have a preconceived idea of what my wedding's going to be. So I don't have to have this, I don't have to have things. So to cut something is very hard for me to say because I haven't really cut anything yet, but I do have a lot of time still. But going off of, I am a web and graphic designer, so I design my own invitations. The vendor I went through gave me a certain percentage off because I did that myself. So it was just little things like that, like anything that I can do myself because I'm artsy fartsy, I'm gonna do.
I think we only cut a few things. I kind of like did the research and made sure that things were within the budget. And a lot of our stuff, we are doing a lot of favors, but a lot of personal stuff. And me and my mom are doing a lot of it, and bridesmaids and family are doing those like little things. I think that the only thing I really cut was a photo booth, just because we liked it, but it wasn't a necessity. And that's kind of like, then I started thinking when I was looking for stuff, yeah, I like that, but do I need it? And then that's kind of how I picked the packages and picked things, because a lot of this stuff that's out there is really cool, but then I'm like, okay, do I want to not have like this many centerpieces because I want the photo booth? And probably not. Like, just prioritizing what I really wanted and desperately needed to be there instead of what was cool. So
we started doing research about like what kind of favors we would have, and then decided to cut those. We ended up just hiring, we got a really good deal on a photo booth, so we just figured the pictures from the photo booth, guests can take home, that can be their favor. Also counts as our guest book that they're going to put together, so it was easy to combine that stuff.